Hey guys, how you doing? It's a good turnout. Yeah. Hope the funeral's like this. My name is Joey Anchondo. Puerto Rican and Mexican, which makes me a poor Mexican, which just makes me Mexican. It was rough growing up, you know. We didn't have a lot. I remember when the bills were really high, my mom would hand me soap and make me run through the sprinklers. Now that I've set the mood. I didn't know very much about my dad. My dad wasn't around when I was little. So my mom, for Father's Day, would put a mustache on to make me feel better. I don't even know if my dad had a mustache. I didn't know much about my dad, but I learned when I grew older that he was a runner until the cops caught him. Yeah, he's in jail for his third strike, which is no wonder why I like baseball so much. Every time the umpire yelled, "Strike 3," I'd say, "That's for you, Dad." And growing up, you know, I was always kind of chubby. You know, my mom, she would actually buy 3 gallons of milk a week for me and my brother. And finally it came to the point where I was like, "Mom, you gotta stop this. I don't have a brother." It's the new year, and people are trying to get in shape now. They're at the gym constantly, and they're hogging all the machines, you know, and it's getting really crowded. And I think ultimately that's the reason why I haven't been going for the last 10 years. It's ridiculous. You know, I have a fat friend. He's a lot fatter than I am, and he wants to lose weight. And he told me, "Hey, dude, I want to lose weight." And I said, "You should totally go to the gym then." And he said he doesn't want to because he feels uncomfortable, you know? And I said, "Dude, come on, now you're just making excuses. I mean, how do you think other people feel when they pretend not to stare at you?" Gym memberships are getting really expensive. You guys ever notice that? Like, you got your initiation fee, you got your monthly dues. You know, you think with how much we pay for gym memberships, they'd hire somebody to go for us. Can you imagine that? "Hey, Joey, how much do you work out?" "Well, I called my gym. They said I've been going every day. It's amazing. I don't even feel sore." But it's funny, now they have all these gadgets for the gym. You know, have you ever seen those wrist things that they monitor all your calorie intake and how much you walk, the Fitbits? I got one, and it was actually really surprising because the numbers looked really good, and I was really excited about it. I was tracking my progress, and I got on the scale, and I didn't lose a single pound. And so I'm pretty upset. And I called the hotline, and they're nice about it. They helped me figure it out. Turns out I've been masturbating a lot. You guys ever have that problem? It's a lot more common than you think. But it made sense, like the numbers, because I don't remember running 20 miles. I was actually really impressed too. I even showed my girlfriend. I was like, "Look, babe, I beat my score." One of the thank you, I love the laughs. It's just amazing. Isn't it funny how, like, when you see somebody you haven't seen in a long time and they've lost a lot of weight, you're just like, "Oh my God, you look so great." But if you see someone you haven't seen in a long time and they've gained a lot of weight, you're like, "Oh my God, how's work?" I don't even care if that joke's funny, because next time someone asks you, "How's work?" you're like, "What the fuck does that mean? How's work for you?" I think it's really funny and kind of amusing. Like, when you're in a new relationship and you're happy, you start enjoying things that you wouldn't have in your last relationship, like different foods or your relationship. Like, I have a girlfriend right now, and she's amazing. She's beautiful, and she's awesome. But she's Filipino, and so she's really religious, you know? Like, every time we pass by a church, she has to make the sign of the cross. Or if we're having sex and I'm going down on her, she makes me pray before I eat. I know. They're so cute. But she's always really superstitious, too. Like for my birthday, she made me eat noodles because it represents long life. Or it's bad luck if a black guy crosses the street. She's racist, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I love my girlfriend, she's amazing. Have you guys ever watched porn and you're like really into it? I mean really into it, where you start being a critic? And you start judging like the actors on stage? On stage, how do you say that? You start judging the actors, you're just like starting to write little like roles for them, and you, like you're an expert or something, and you're just like, well, now would be a good time to flip her over. Why aren't they flipping her over? Like, he's probably new. What a rookie. And then you finish and you're just relaxing in bed or the library, and you're like, I should coach Little League. Alright, I used to babysit, and I remember I was babysitting this one kid, and we were upstairs watching Peter Pan, and this little kid thinks Peter Pan's real, right? Like a real-life human being. I don't like to lose arguments. And maybe it's because I was drinking, but I wasn't going to lose one to this little kid, you know what I mean? So I say, hey, listen, kid, Peter Pan's not real. He's fake. There is no way a little kid can fly. And this little kid gets angry at me. He's like, little kids can fly, Joey. Little kids can fly. And I'm like, no, they can't. He says, yes, they can. I said, okay, yeah, then prove it. There's the window. I don't babysit anymore. But one thing I did learn from that night was that I was right. Thank you guys, you've been great.